You ever look at your garden and think there is just no way to make it beautiful? I've been there too. For years, I looked at my patch of dry, rocky soil and thought it was hopeless. But then I learned a simple truth. Nature doesn't fight back. And if you stop trying to wrestle with it and start working with it, even the hardest, driest soil can turn into something extraordinary. And I'm not talking about a few sad flowers. I'm talking about gardens that bloom almost by themselves, that give you color, scent, and life all season long, without you being chained to a watering can every day. Let me show you how. There are plants out there that thrive where nothing else will. I call them the hardy champions of the garden. They don't need rich soil, they don't need constant feeding, and they don't complain about heat or frost. They are the plants that turn a patch of nothing into a garden worth stopping for, and they will be your allies if you want a low-maintenance, high-reward yard. First, understand why these plants are special. Plants adapted to poor soil are not a compromise. They are the result of evolution. They've learned to survive on minimal water, minimal nutrients, and very little care. That means instead of wasting energy trying to stay alive, they put all their power into blooming, forming strong shapes, and giving off beautiful fragrances. For us gardeners, this translates into 5 big benefits. Very little watering, almost no fertilizer, minimal day-to-day maintenance, resilience to drought and frost, and beauty that actually improves under harsh conditions. The hotter and drier it gets, the better some of these plants look. Let's go through some of the top plants I use and why they work so well in tough gardens. Start with poppies. Oriental poppies are like fireworks in May. Their enormous silky blooms in red, pink, and white transform a patch of soil into a spectacle. After flowering, the leaves die back, but don't rush to remove them. New growth will return by autumn and stay green until the first snow. Poppies thrive in full sun and hate soggy soil, which makes them perfect for slopes or sandy areas. Then there's Anacyclus. This low-growing plant only reaches 6 to 8 inches, but when it blooms, it looks like tiny clouds of white petals scattered over stones. Plant it en masse and it becomes this ethereal carpet that pairs beautifully with silvery grasses. Veronica, or spike speedwell, brings height and contrast. Some varieties reach up to 2 feet with vibrant blue spikes that draw the eye. The less fertilizer you give it, the more compact and floriferous it becomes. Pair it with golden sedums or silver-leafed plants for a stunning combination. Speaking of sedums, these are masters of survival. They store water in thick leaves and produce dense flower clusters that attract bees and butterflies. Sedums come as ground cover or taller varieties, and they bloom when many other perennials are fading, usually from late summer onward. California poppies, also known as Eschscholzia, are another favorite. They find their own spots, cracks in stone, sandy patches, dry borders. Their orange and yellow blooms practically glow in the sun. They reseed themselves, require almost no care, and provide color all summer long. Lavender, of course, is a staple. It not only tolerates poor soil, but thrives in it if the drainage is good and you don't overfeed it. On my slope, lavender forms bushy mounds that become the focal point of the garden. Its scent repels pests, and the flowers are perfect for drying and using indoors. Verbena has been a revelation for me. Planted in almost pure sand, it not only survived, but created a cascading flow of color down a slope. It blooms continuously from early summer to frost, making it perfect for rock gardens and borders. Carnations, or dianthus, form tight mats of pink that look stunning on slopes and between stones. Interestingly, the poorer the soil, the more abundant the flowers. With good drainage, they can even bloom a second time in late summer. Creeping thyme does double duty. It's beautiful and useful. It creeps between stones, fills cracks, and in June, it bursts into tiny purple flowers. Walking on it releases a heavenly aroma, and you can also use it in cooking. Catmint brings a cool touch to the garden. Its silvery leaves make a space feel fresher even on the hottest day, and the blue-purple flowers attract bees and butterflies. Fun fact, the less fertile the soil, the more intense the aroma of its leaves. Phlox subulata creates a springtime river of color. Only a few inches high, It completely carpets the ground with blooms ranging from pure white to deep purple. I like to plant different colors together to form a continuous flowing effect. Saxifrages, true crack fillers, grow in the smallest crevices of stone. They form dense cushions and in spring bloom with a cloud of delicate flowers. They can completely transform what was once a lifeless stone wall. Aubrieta, or rock cress, gives the impression of summer snow when it blooms. Its silvery mats are the perfect backdrop for more vibrant flowers. It's practically carefree, disease-resistant, and drought-tolerant. Soapwort spreads into a dense pink carpet, suppressing weeds. After rain, it bursts with waves of flowers. Its name comes from the traditional use of its foamy leaves as soap when mixed with water. Gaillardia, the blanket flower, is like planting fire in your garden. Its 10-centimeter blooms appear in June and stay until the first frosts. It loves sun, heat, and dry soil, thriving where other flowers fail. Planted in groups for maximum effect. Now, how do you turn all of these into a garden that works together instead of just a jumble of color? I use 3 simple schemes. First, a spring celebration. Subulata phlox with aubrieta and thyme. White, pink, and silver tones low to the ground, bloom from April to May, sometimes even again later. Second, summer fire. Gaillardia with eschscholzia and oriental poppies. Orange, red, and yellow, height from 1 foot to over 3, bloom in waves from May through October. Third, the fragrant corner. Lavender with catmint and thyme. Purple, blue, and silver tones, full aroma, attracts pollinators and repels pests, minimal care required. 2 rules above all else. First, don't fertilize. These plants thrive on poor soil. Too much nutrients leads to lanky growth, poor flowering, and weak winter hardiness. Second, drainage is everything. Ideal soil is sandy with small gravel, minimal compost or manure, and a slight slope to prevent waterlogging. Seasonal care is minimal. Spring, prune any dead growth. Optionally loosen the soil. Remove early weeds, no feeding. Summer, remove spent flowers to prolong blooms. Water only in prolonged drought every 2 to 3 weeks. Watch aggressive spreaders like verbena and soapwort. Autumn, sanitary pruning, gravel mulch to protect roots. Divide overcrowded plants like lavender or sedum. Sow annuals for next year like California poppy and oriental poppy. Winter, no cover needed. Snow is natural insulation. Check drainage after thaw. Little tricks make a big difference. Plant in groups of 3 to 5 for visual impact. Combine bloom times for continuous color from April to October. Use ground covers as background. They hide bare soil and suppress weeds. Add vertical accents like tall veronica or gaillardia for dimension. Let plants self-seed. California poppy, poppies, and verbena will find their spots. Mulch with gravel to retain moisture, block weeds, and improve drainage. After 3 years, my garden became a real showpiece. Blooming from April to October, almost no daily maintenance, impervious to drought or frost, getting more beautiful every year. These hardy champions are more than plants. They are partners in creating a garden that thrives almost by itself. So, if you've been staring at a patch of rocky, poor soil and thinking it's hopeless, stop. Work with nature, choose the right plants, and give them space to do their thing. You'll find that even the smallest, most challenging spots can become a place you want to linger. Breathe in the scent of lavender, and just enjoy being outside. And remember, gardening isn't about fighting the soil. It's about understanding it, respecting it, and letting it shine. If you enjoyed these tips, make sure to hit subscribe, like, and share this video with friends who want a garden that blooms with minimal effort. Trust me, these plants will change the way you look at your garden forever.